Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday show. What are we calling it right now? Tuesday or not Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday or not Tuesday.
All right. I'll accept that. My name is UltraDavid.
I'm James Chen. How's everybody going?
You're freshly back from Pax East. I didn't make it out to that.
Freshly, yeah.
Right? Aren't you? Didn't you come back yesterday?
Actually, I came back on Sunday.
Oh, you came back on Sunday.
But,
okay,
I mean,
cool.
Trust me, I'm anything but fresh right now.
Oh, for real? You
I'm still tired, yeah.
I couldn't make it. It was Passover. Well, it is Passover, but last night was the first night of Passover, so I did family stuff and was home from, early Sunday, so... That's why I didn't make it. But
dude, everyone's asking the same thing. What does EFF stand for, dude?
Come on, guys. It's the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Nobody knows that? You guys got to step up your whole, internet and copyright game as far as the legal and politics side of it goes.
If I put that hat on your head,
guys.
It feels like I'd be insulting you, because technically it would be like F you, right? So...
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, I guess it kind of looks like F. Yeah, all right, I can see that.
Okay.
Anyway, so, PAX East. A lot of good stuff happened there. I want to talk about Divekick, I want to talk about Injustice, and I want to talk about the panel that you were on with other people in fighting games.
Yeah, we should probably also mention the Mad Catz booth, too, which was really awesome.
That's right, they had some good stuff.
The Mad Catz unveiled and all the exhibition stuff they did. I mean, shout-outs to Mark, man. Okay, so there was, these skyways that you could walk across in PAX East, right? And when you walked across them, it was just like tunnels to get from the second floor, one side of the second floor to the other side. When you walk through the tunnel, I swear the three most crowded booths were Riot for League of Legends stuff, shock, right? Mad Catz booth and Divekick booth.
Really?
I'm not even joking. The Divekick booth was kicking. Oh God, I did not even mean.
You didn't mean that?
I didn't mean to do that.
I bet you've been planning that for at least a week. At least a week.
Yeah, I wrote that 2 weeks ago, right?
You probably did.
I was planning to use that a long time ago. Oh, hang on a second.
Did the pizza just come?
Yes, it did. I was hoping it would come earlier. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I don't really know what happened at PAX East, so I'm just going to be sitting here, I guess, until James comes back. PAX East, stuff went on. I was mostly out of the loop, because like I said, I wasn't around, so I don't know what happened. Well, yeah, I don't really know what to say now. I didn't even get to see the streams. Actually, it's not true. I did get to see part of the Mad Catz stream where it was Reinhardt versus Daigo, and everybody was betting on Daigo, and I didn't bet on Reinhardt either, and Reinhardt won with Sagat. It was really impressive. I'm going to make this very awkward for James. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Mago, not Daigo. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Poor timing on my part. Did not get here fast enough. Okay, so Divekick. Yes, the Divekick booth was kicking, and they had they always had someone playing at the booth. Like Mike Ross was playing there, Jabali was playing there for Beta Pros to win a copy of the poster. You've seen the poster, right? The alpha parody with Redacted staring over...
I have not seen the poster.
You haven't seen the poster?
I'm telling you, I was mostly out of the loop this weekend, so... I saw, the occasional Twitter post.
I hope I can find it, because it seriously is, the best poster.
Divekick poster?
I'm looking for it. Where is it? But, I mean, seriously, shout-outs to Anna for drawing that. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Where is it? I'm so angry.
It's not going to happen.
But in any case, it's... So, I mean, they were just... So, Penny Arcade Report has already declared it Game of the Show.
That's what I thought was really cool, because Ben Kuchera, from part of the Penny Arcade group now, wrote this whole piece on how it was the game of PAX East.
Yes.
And how he said the same thing, that it was full the whole time. I thought he had... It was interesting, because he had, intelligent critiques of... And knowledge of the fighting games, and in his piece he kind of acknowledged the fact that everybody thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah,
and then he said the same thing that we always say whenever we talk about Divekick, which is, no, we're not joking, it really is a fun game. Right? Like, don't we always say that? Because people always think that we're
everyone
lying.
thinks we're trolling, right?
Yeah.
Dude, check that out. Tell me that's not the
Wow,
coolest poster.
you should put that on the stream, because I hadn't seen that. I bet other people haven't seen that either.
That's a parody of the Alpha 1 poster of Ryu and Scott.
Yeah, Ryu. Yeah.
Right, so here, let's see if I can get that onto the stream.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So it's Redacted and Uncle Sensei?
Uncle Sensei, yeah. Let me see how
Redacted. That name makes me really happy.
You can explain that one while I try to get this poster up here.
The character used to be called Wolverine, but, obviously there are some similarities between Wolverine, which was just a Wolverine.
Right.
And the Marvel 3 Wolverine, just Wolverine from Marvel in general, has a dive kick that's very similar. Yeah, there you go.
That's the poster right there.
There you go. It's arguably too close, was their Wolverine to Marvel's Wolverine. Maybe not, but that's just not... we talked about this not too long ago when we were talking about the My Little Pony stuff. You just don't really want to get involved in that legal debate if you can help it.
Yeah,
because there's just a lot of money for you to lose. You know, so it's just not something to really get involved in. So they renamed the character from Wolverine, or like a Wolverine, or the Wolverine, to Redacted.
To Redacted, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty clever.
Which is awesome. So, but not only did Ben say that it was the best game of the show, Cliffy B, who created Gears of War and everything like that, tweeted out to everybody that Divekick is the game of the show. And
I saw that tweet.
Yeah, he was actually sitting there playing it, for a large part of the weekend. He came back and everything.
Really?
And so, yeah. And so for those people who don't know, so Divekick, obviously when we used to play it and when we seen it on UFGT streams and stuff like that, used to just be dive and kick, right?
That was at the very start.
Well, I don't mean characters-wise, but moves, you just dive and kick. You had the kickbacks and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So this build was the first public build where Keats added techniques to it. And, I was kind of wary about this. I was like, are you sure you're not complicating the game? So basically, if you hit both buttons at the same time, everybody has special moves now. So you have a special move on the ground, and you have a special move in the air. And I was a little worried about this. I was like, you're kind of making the game a little complicated here.
Complicated.
Maybe it shouldn't be a little this complicated, but it has added so much character variety. And
so you like it?
It's like the most, what he came up with for most of the characters is incredible. He came up with some really crazy ass shit. Let me tell you right now. Let me describe to you Kung Pao.
Okay, please do, because I don't know what they are.
So basically, you have your kick factor meter, which builds up every time you whiff a kick, or every time you do a kick from the air, right? So it builds up. So on the kick factor meter, there's a bar for the ground special move and a bar for the air special move. As long as it fills up past that, you can do such and such move, right? So
Does it then deplete the meter?
Yeah, it depletes that much of the meter off of there. And so some characters have some special moves that are gigantic, that requires a ton of meter. And then there's... Okay, so for example, let's talk about kick, right? His ground one, he stomps on the ground and bounces the opponent up a little bit into the air and dizzies them. So if you're too close to him, and I tweeted out that match between Jabali and Mike Ross, you can see Mike use it. He stomps the ground and Jabali bounces up, and then he just immediately jumps up and dive kicks
combo
him. Yeah, it's essentially kind of a combo. Yeah.
Wow,
and
that's really good.
You can dive kick out of the dizzy bounce, but you're dizzied, so you're already slow until you land, and then you're regular speed again.
Okay.
Right?
It's really good.
So it takes up about maybe half the kick factor meter, right? So it's a really good move, right? His air one is he dives the fastest dive in the game. He just goes like as fast as possible. At the
same angle, or?
At the same angle, but it's just insanely fast. So it's really good, right? So Kung Pao's ground one it costs nothing. Like a tiny bit of meter. And she just kicks in the sky and sets like a little portal up there. And then if you jump and do the air one, a little portal appears in front of her. She dives through it and comes out wherever you set that portal. So
really?
Yes.
So she has teleports.
Basically, but the thing is, where she sets the little portal, it hangs in the air. You can jump and kick it, and it'll destroy it.
You mean the opponent can do
it? So the opponent can destroy the portal. Can
she move her portal?
She can plant a new one, which erases the old one. It lasts between rounds.
Oh, for real?
So you could plant
that's actually really good for that character.
Yeah. And then the crazy thing is, let's say you dive through your portal and the opponent passes it, you'll come out from the other side and kick him in the back of the head. like you'll actually come around from the other side if they're past your portal. Like it just aims for them whichever direction.
It autocorrects.
So, yeah. So there's some dude. Like,
okay, I like that. That's really
there's
clever.
Like a lot of really crazy things going on in here. Mr. N is the only character now who can run backwards.
Oh, I did see that actually. Yeah, I saw a picture of
Once he builds up enough meter, if you hold the buttons, he just runs backwards on the ground. He looks behind him. He's like, oh! It's so funny. And in the air, if you hit both buttons, you can hold it. He floats. Like sparkles come out of his hands, like while he has them down, and he starts floating in the sky.
Can you move around?
No, he just like floats in place a little, but you can hover yourself, and it depends on the angle, on the trajectory. Like if you're on the way down, you'll just like slow your descent, but still land. But if you do on the way up, you kind of float.
Can you do like dive, float, dive in the same jump?
Kind of.
Come on, man, you were there. Come on, you didn't test this.
What ends up happening is that I don't know if I should talk about this.
Oh, really? Is it secret stuff? Okay, fine.
There's a little trick to it that you can kind of do it. You can kind of do it, but I don't know. We'll see. But
don't worry about it,
dude. It's amazing. Like the people watching it were going crazy. Like the crowd was going nuts. The new character, Dr. Scholes, is really funny.
Yeah, I saw her. I did see that.
Foot dive. Yeah. You know, basically, it's.
She looks like ass.
She's good.
Really? She looks horrible.
Because if she ever headshots you, you are so done because it's so easy for her to continually headshot you if you're slow.
She just does this H dive across?
Yeah, she gets a dive, and then when she gets above you, boom, right onto your head. So she's pretty tricky. And then her special move in the air is she goes into flight mode. And I think if you hold left or right, you could actually go back and forth and stuff. So she's like Dr. Doom.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's straight up Dr. Doom. Dude, so.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool... I mean, it was... The complexity in its simplicity was really good.
Awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, I keep tweeting it like Divekick is the truth, and, you know, it really is. I mean, the hardest thing that's going to happen right now is trying to convince the public that this is not just a joke game. Like...
You know what I thought was cool? I did watch just a little bit of the first day of stuff. I happened to see Fublat playing there.
Oh, okay.
I've talked with Fublat about this game before. I think we talked about it at Apex, maybe. And he thought the game looked horrible. He was like, man, I'll never understand this game. It's stupid. It's a gimmick. And I saw him on stream, and the smile across his face. He was so into it.
It's really cool.
So I think that the job of convincing is just if you've played it. Because if you haven't played it, I totally understand why you might think that it sucks, that it's just a gimmick. But I mean, I haven't played this new build, but the last build that I played was awesome.
I have one concern.
Okay.
Is that, like most old school fighting games, I feel like this game is better in the arcade.
with the big old
buttons.
Well, you can get those, right?
I don't know if they're going to sell those or not, but I hope they do. So.
Oh, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, I read a story where they wanted to get 5,000 run, or they wanted to get it mass produced, and that means that you had to have 5,000 orders.
Wow,
but nobody wanted to, make it for 5,000 orders. But maybe now, after it has
all this buzz,
maybe now they'll have a better time of it.
I'm still telling right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking very carefully about it. So obviously, if you hold two buttons, some characters have different special moves. Like Redacted crouches, like he gets on all fours and lowers his hitbox, so it's easier to dive over his head, basically.
Okay.
But there's some stuff with holding buttons. They need to implement a mode where holding both buttons doesn't do something, but that up makes you activate your technique on the control pad. Hitting both left and right at the same time makes you jump, and hitting down makes you do a kick. And that way you can play on the DDR pad. And
that would be so sick.
And you can play Divekick on the DDR pad. Like, I'm telling you, this needs to happen.
That would be super cool.
This needs to happen.
Do you have one of those? You do, right?
I have DDR pads, yeah. I have metal DDR pads.
That's
here,
right,
dude. Yeah. Dude, can you imagine how amazing that would be?
I would totally play that.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Oh man, if I could take my hands out of the equation entirely.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'd be in there for sure.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that game got a lot of good press, a lot of good stuff, and I'm really happy to see that it is going well. Iron Galaxy obviously took up Divekick, and I hope the best for them. I wish things work out for everybody there.
Yep.
Really cool.
I did not get a chance to play Injustice.
You didn't?
I did not. It was only present at the Twitch booth. Warner Brothers did not actually have their own booth. It was only at the Twitch booth, and it was on laggy monitors. I heard. Yeah, it was on monitors that had a little bit of lag on them. But
what was Divekick like?
Divekick,
no lag?
No lag
Mad
at
Cat's
all.
booth, no lag?
No, Mad Cat's booth was no lag, yeah.
Come on, Twitch.
Yeah, don't...
It's just very fitting that Twitch would have lag.
Oh, man, that's awesome. But to be like, I talked to a lot of people. So it was just announced this weekend that Nerd Josh and Arturo Sanchez had been beta testing the game. They're part of the beta testing team. So they've been playing this game for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I sat down and talked with Nerd Josh a little bit, and he started telling me about these things, and the way he was talking about it, the way he was just lighting up, he was just like, dude, you could do this thing with Batman where you like throw this thing, it's like you can like keep him away with projectiles, but then you lock him down and then you air dash into him and then you can go for like this. It's like, so basically EX moves like are post special move activation. So Batman will throw his battering, and to do the EX battering, you do something and the battering explodes. So it covers space.
Wait, say that again?
So you throw the battering, costs no meter, but it costs meter to make it blow up.
I see. Okay, that's pretty nifty.
So he says that you can like throw it on meaty people, blow it up, and then dive in and stuff like that. And he was telling me all these cool things about it. And then other people were just telling me all these amazing things, like frame data is built into the game.
I saw that.
So when you look at the move list, and then if there's a particular move that you like and you don't know, you can't remember how to do it, you can actually pin one special move under your name, so you can always see the code on how to do it. There's an option to switch between Mortal Kombat style codes and Street Fighter style codes. Yeah. So you can do quarter circle forwards and stuff like that.
And to turn off negative edge if you want negative edge off.
Really? Oh wow.
It seems like it's just about as comprehensive as it can get. You can also change your buttons at the select screen.
Oh, right.
Which is good. Well, because remember how Mortal Kombat was. It was the worst ever.
And then one other interesting thing is that, like, obviously certain parts of the stages are going to be advantageous to certain characters and not others because, for example, Solomon Grundy picks up a car and tosses it at you and destroys the car, but someone like Batman can keep using the car over and over again. So when you play two players, there's a stage select. And if you pick a stage and the other person hits A fast enough, they can pick another stage, and then it'll coin flip between the two stages.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that might become a tournament standard thing.
That's a really good idea.
Select. I don't know if they're going to random select or do that or not. But
no, I hope that if stages matter, and it seems like they do, I hope that you can have some control over that. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. It's really cool. And then I heard like the combo breaker stuff can't happen until round 2 or something like that.
Really?
There's like weird things that are going on in this game, but it sounds like they're trying to do a lot of things different that other games haven't done before. They're trying to be creative, and I like that. So,
well, I really like. So I saw an interview that somebody linked to me on Twitter, which was very kind of them. It was all 3 days of the Twitch stream that had Injustice, and I got a chance to watch about the first episode and a half.
Right.
I haven't gotten to the third one much. I only just started the third one, and what really struck me was that they seem like they are so about getting the community involved. Mm-hmm. The way that they've designed training mode and that they've designed the game and button select all seems like it's with an eye to the feedback that we've been giving them. I mean, I've talked with Hector in the past about some of the stuff that is now in Divekick. In Injustice, and I know I'm not the only one to have talked with him about that. I'm sure many other people in the community have talked with him about that too, and they're actually doing it.
So we talked a long time ago how like a lot of the Japanese companies aren't doing the things that we want them to do in games.
Yeah.
That it was going to take an American company to do that.
Yes.
You know what? Let's do this. All I ask for them to do is to take out that stupid real animation.
Did you tell them about that?
I didn't get a chance to talk to Hector about it, but I told Nerd Josh and I told somebody. I saw Hector. I was like standing there talking to somebody else on camera or something like that, and I saw Hector walk by, and I wanted to run up to him and be like, take out that real animation, but I didn't get a chance.
It's probably not happening.
Oh, it's probably not happening.
It's probably not happening. But I mean, within like the bounds of what they can do, it sounds like they're totally open to to feedback, even still, just the way that they were talking about it. So yeah, I think it's awesome, and I think you're totally right to bring up the Japan versus USA thing. Mm-hmm. I think that
frame data in the game.
It's in they're listening to people. I mean, think about even Capcom USA has had good stuff like button selects in good places and training mode with that show hitboxes. It's the USA attitude and it's the Japanese game developer attitude, and you can totally see it here.
Putting frame data in your game is not going to help you sell like significant amount more copies, but it's going to help the competitive scene. It's going to help the players who want to get good at the game get better at the game. So, dude, think about if Injustice comes out and is like a great game for fighting games. Think about the kind of brand loyalty, the kind of faith in the game that it's going to build. And that's going to last a long time. So if the Midway group comes out and says, we're going to make another game after Injustice, everyone's going to be like, I can't wait. This is going to be awesome. Dude, brand loyalty, man. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I don't know, Japanese business doesn't understand brand loyalty. It's not something that they quite grasp. To them, it's about the sales right there, right now. And then a company like Blizzard, a company like Riot's like, well, you know what? If we just keep people playing it, we'll keep making money.
Well, I think in addition to that those companies recognize that they can exploit things that they didn't expect. Mm-hmm. So like a game developer makes a video game and they expect to sell video games. They expect that to be their revenue. But what if instead you're Blizzard and you see that in South Korea something crazy is happening? Everybody's playing your games in tournaments and there's a lot of money going on. Mm-hmm. You don't sit idly by. If you're Blizzard, you take advantage of that, right? And that's exactly what they did. In designing StarCraft 2, they had all these, pro competition things. I feel like that's exactly what NetherRealm is doing now.
Yeah.
Whereas, Capcom is still designing games just as games.
Yeah.
So somebody like NetherRealm is recognizing what's going on and trying to take advantage of it in a way that helps everybody.
Yeah, and like we said, it's a lot of the U.S. attitude, right? Yeah. I mean, I actually had a good long conversation with Matt Dahlgren at PAX East as well, and I was talking to him a lot of stuff, and he's all for this competitive gaming stuff. I mean, he wants to make this as good as possible, so he's doing his work here
in Capcom USA.
Yeah, and that's why he's the one who pushed for Hans and Combo Fiend to get on Capcom to promote the scene and stuff like that. And so, it's like, I
mean, it's slowly changing over there, but it's mostly changing on the US side so far.
Exactly. So
it's not just US, it's Europe too. But
enough.
Just not the Japanese side. Is the
pretty much. All right, well, let's take a quick break real quick, and then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about PAX East and then just like 7,000 other things that I... Dude, like last week we're like, there's not much to talk about. Let's do an Ask UltraChen. Let's do a sequel to it. And then this week there's like, we're going to be talking for like 2 hours, I swear.
That's cool.
All right, we'll be back, guys. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm about to go to the wrong page here.
Oh, no, James, that one.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tuesday or Not Tuesday show, and just want to remind everyone once again, I'm going to bring it right back up. Round Tuesday, there was no Wake Up SRK. Keats is at GDC, I think.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, or he's traveling there or something like that, probably to promote Divekick. But so there was no Wake Up SRK earlier today, but of course at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's UltraChenTV. At 9 p.m. there's Cross Counter TV. I think they're going to be doing some more the beach qualifiers tonight. And then, of course, at 10 o'clock, the Show That Sucks with Hanzo Gonzo and Harrison SBA.
I wanted to go to Game Developer Conference. Same reason as PAX. It's just I had family obligations.
Right.
I needed to be there for Passover. So.
Right. I mean, this weekend you're going the final round, though, right? So that's cool. I'm glad because I'm not going to make it. Honestly, PAX kind of broke my bank. So
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I bought the ticket super last second, and I was just like, oh, crap. So I'm not going to make it to final round, so I'm glad you're going to be there so you can get all hype about Bionic Arms and stuff like that again. So
Cool.
Yeah. But, continuing on with PAX East, we also had that panel that took place, the fighting game panel, and we were basically scheduled for an hour from 5 to 6 p.m. And I wish that thing lasted 3 hours.
Really?
I wish it lasted 4 hours.
What did you talk about? I mean, what was the...
So it was, the topic was, fighting game community from niche to worldwide phenomenon.
Idea for Rose is to make it so that if you activate it, the orbs come out instantly, which they do, but if she gets hit, they go away. I want it so that the first 10 or so frames of the move, if she gets hit, they don't go away. Ooh. And so they will trade, and you can get stuff. It'll be like Yoga Catastrophe at the start, where it always comes out at the start.
Right.
Because I personally, back in Super, when she had good Ultra 2, I thought that was fine. I never was annoyed at that.
Right.
So I thought it was stupid that they took it away. Right. So if they're to have like this middle road between the two of like fully invincible, kind of crazy, or how it is now, which is to say total ass on Wake Up,
right.
I think that would be good.
Right. Yeah, I mean, see, a lot of people are saying, like, a lot of Ultras are bad. Like, some people are saying, like, Vega should get a real anti-air Ultra. If he had a real anti-air Ultra, it would be too powerful.
That character does not need good anti-airs better than he has now. He's already controls so much space.
Right. But now here's the thing,
already
right?
Good.
Like, let's say DJ, right? Let's say we just decided to make his machine gun upper a decent anti-air Ultra. Like, it's fast enough that you could actually kind of use it on reactions to people jumping at you. What if we just made it do 240 damage? What if you just did no damage on it? But now, twice around, you get to use this nice anti-air that can do a decent amount of damage. But, importantly, is you don't necessarily get to use it twice around. If you get beat up and then keep getting beat up, and then you use it, now you don't have it again. It's only if you use it right away. So it's conditional on how you can use it twice.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So I would like to see lower damage Ultras that are for utility. Because, like Viper, why would you ever pick her Ultra 2? There's nothing her Ultra 2 that her Ultra 1 doesn't already cover. You know what I mean? Plus more. So it's like if you just made Ultra 2 like some ridiculously useful Ultra that did no damage.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have any conception as to like how seriously they're looking at community feedback. I think it is really cool that Combo Fiend has posted on Twitter and stuff, and has arranged a schedule for Capcom Unity where you can post about which characters, which changes you want to see for the characters for each week. And right now is like Zangief and Guile and Dawson and stuff that I have to do. I forgot, I haven't done it yet. But I mean, the fact that at Combo Fiend, an employee in the USA side, is looking at it, I just don't know how much that means to the balancing.
I talked a little to Matt Dahlgren.
Okay.
And I think it'll actually have a lot of effect.
Is that so?
I think Combo Fiend, what he's going to do, looking through all the stuff, I think it's actually going to have a good effect.
Okay.
I honestly do. So.
Okay.
I also want to add that when I looked at the first 10 characters that Combo Fiend released to tweak, I looked through them and I found myself surprised that for most of the characters, like, I don't know what I would change in these characters. I think most of them are fine.
Oh, I mean, most of them are fine in a sense, but you can always tweak a little bit.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is that 39 characters, I don't feel like I know them as well as I did back in the vanilla Super days. So. Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm no pro. Like, what's changed about Juri? I don't know. I already think that she's a good character, and I already don't know why people aren't playing her. So. Should I improve her? I don't know, man, I guess, because nobody plays her, but I don't want to make it too much because she's already good, you know?
Exactly.
I mean, there's that kind of case, but that's fine. I mean, you know a certain set of characters really well. I also know a certain set of characters really well. And for those characters, I am going to talk, about what I want to see, right?
Absolutely.
So which characters do you think that you know enough about that you can really say, here are half a dozen things I want to see?
I mean, honestly, it's not even coming down to characters that I use, which will obviously be Cammy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe M. Bison a little bit.
Right.
But even I don't know M. Bison that well. It really comes down to the characters that I see a whole damn lot, right? Like Fei Long and Seth and Kuma.
Everybody has ideas for the top tier.
Yeah, right. So I'm more interested in tweaking a lot of those top tier characters. Like, I already know what I want to do to Fei Long. I already know what I want to do to Kuma.
Okay, what's your Fei?
My Fei Long, the number one thing I want to do is make it so that the window to chain Rekkas is much
Are you
shorter.
serious?
Yeah.
Dude, that was my idea.
Oh, really? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
So I want to make it so you can't hit confirm.
Exactly right.
It's so stupid. Yeah. And I also want to make it kind of ST-like. I want to make it so if you hit someone with a jab Rekka, the window to cancel is so far back that you cannot combo into other Rekkas. And I want to make the jab Rekka safe on block. So now he has a tool to poke with the jab Rekka, but if he ever hits somebody, he cannot combo off of it. So if you're just poking, you've got to commit to one jab Rekka. But if you want to hit someone, if you're trying to go and hit them, then you got to go for a strong or a fierce Rekka. And then also change the window so that you can't go, Rekka, I hit. Oh,
you know how many frames? Okay. 16 frames.
Yeah, 16 frame window?
16 frame window. I definitely want to bring that down. That's awesome. We had the same idea.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I think that's the main thing to change about him.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it's mostly fine. I mean, there can be some tweaks here and there.
I might tweak some of his hitboxes on the ground. Some of his
maybe crouching strong isn't like 4 frames. It's 5 frames. But whatever.
And then I would also make the strong and fierce Rekkas have way more delay. Like, I would make them just like super punishable. Fine. Yeah. So that way you have the safe jab one. So what would you do to Akuma?
Akuma, I really wouldn't change that much. I think all I would do is change the walk speed just a little bit. Mm-hmm. I would make Raging Demon do a little bit less damage. Okay. It's just like a couple things on the super margin. Right. It's just no big deal. Actually, you know what? Let me navigate to folder Ultra David, under which I have folder game and character stuff, under which there's folder Street Fighter 4.
Wow.
And then I have 2013... 0322 SF4 balance patch. Right. My idea for Akuma, teleport a little bit less damage. I'm sorry, a little bit more frame recovery.
Okay. You know what my idea for teleport was?
Just a little bit, whatever's.
You know what my idea for teleport was? Same idea that I had between Vanilla and Super. Is that, you remember, in EX, did you play EX at all? When Akuma teleported, he did this pose. He put his arm back like this, and he teleported, and they did that cool little 3D teleport. So it wasn't actually like he was teleporting 3D, he was going into the 3D.
I never played it, okay.
I would make it so that if you did a back teleport, he would go into that position and teleport backwards.
It's visual, yeah.
So now you have a difference between forward teleport and backwards teleport. Because that is 100% the problem with it, is that he starts this and you don't know which direction he's going. I wouldn't change the recovery, so it's still the same teleport, but now if you're good and can react, you can punish it properly. You don't have to guess which way it's going if you're expecting it. It's still going to be super effective if you jump in and aren't expecting it and he teleports, you're like, oh no! So because he recovers the same time. But now if you're thinking to yourself, I know he's going to teleport, you jump kick, you see the teleport, you know which way to dash to punish him.
That would be fine. I don't think that's that big a deal. I mean, if I can already confirm that he's moving if I can confirm that he is in a certain animation, mm-hmm. I feel like I should also already be able to confirm that he's moving in a direction, in time. So,
I mean, we saw Daigo miss that against Infiltration. Remember?
Yeah, no, it's not easy to do. I'm saying if I feel like both of those are similarly easy or hard to do depending on the person. I don't feel like that adds that much.
The other thing that I would do, and this is going to piss Akuma fans off. But I 100% believe that this needs to happen.
Okay.
He needs to have landing delay on Demon Flip Punch and Demon Flip Dive Kick. I'm sorry, just the safe jump possibilities off of that are ridiculous.
I don't think that you should change too much about any of the characters. I feel like
Vortex is too good.
If you're nerfing characters in this game, you're doing it the wrong way. I feel like maximum across the whole cast, maximum of 10 nerfs.
Yeah.
In total. And I don't think that you should spend one of them on making a character significantly worse. I feel like Akuma already has some losing matchups. If you were to buff other characters,
I still don't think Akuma loses to anybody.
I think he loses to Yun, Hakan, Ibuki, Cammy.
Hakan. Right.
I really do.
Right.
I mean, remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think he loses to some characters. They're not blow-ups. They're not horrible, but I think he loses. So I don't want to take a risk that he'll end up bad. I just want to make other characters more able to compete with him. I don't want to go with this common Capcom thing in balancing, which is to nerf.
Right.
Nerf. I don't want that.
For sure, but I mean, something has to give on that character, in my opinion. I think he's too powerful.
Just at the margins.
Too powerful.
I really think it's just at the margins that he needs any tweaking at all. So
okay. Because honestly, a lot of for example, Cammy, you're saying blows up.
I don't think blows up.
Well, I mean, wins, right?
Yeah, a little bit of.
If you take away unblockables, then she doesn't win that match.
Yeah, well, you're probably right.
Right? Yeah. So he still needs to... Basically, if we take away unblockables, I think Akuma is going to be hands down best character in the game. if he doesn't get extra nerfs.
Well, whatever. I mean, I don't have any problem with Akuma being number 1. I just don't want him to be so far number 1 that he beats everybody else. But he already loses to some characters, and if we're going to buff other characters, presumably he'll have more evenish to bad matchups. So I don't want to get involved too much in that game. That's why with Faye, I felt like just at the margin, man. Like not 16 frames to cancel, but 12. Like something like just very very slight.
Do less than that.
No, I don't want to do many nerfs. I think it should be about buffs. That's my take.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to do that, but the problem with it is that these characters there's like 4 characters who are obviously better than everybody else.
I don't think that's true.
And it would be easier to slightly nerf them than it would be to buff everybody else.
Yeah, like I said, I want to have something like 10 nerfs or fewer across the cast. I don't think that there's like a clear top 4. Maybe there's like a top 5, but I don't think that they're so much better than like the 6 through 10.
Right.
I put up my Dan changes. It's just I want EX stand kick on the ground to do a little bit more hit advantage. Same on block. I just want him to be able to dash up once. Like this is the kind of thing like just like at the margins, right? I want him to be able to dash once after EX stand kick rather than not at all. I want his regular Dan kicks to have fixed hitboxes so that they don't whiff or cross up sometimes. I want like jump air Dan kick to have a ground recovery that's like 3 less frames. Just the slight things. Because I really think that the game is close enough to being balanced that you don't need to go nuts on any one individual character.
I agree. But honestly, I don't feel like that nerfing the palm strike and the dive kick are that bad.
That's how he gets his damage in a lot of matchups.
Dude,
is those mix-ups.
He can get damage in... So I took away 1 out of like 20 of his options.
Oh, I mean, you're right. He's a well-rounded character, but that's how he gets a lot of his like burst damage.
Right.
That and the Ultra, which I definitely want to do less damage. EX hand should knock down. It's got to knock down.
Put that back, huh?
I want to put that back, but I thought maybe comboing into knockdown EX hand is kind of dumb, so like how about EX hand knocks down, but it can't be comboed from lights? But instead, make it so that like jab green hand can be comboed from lights and not be -5 or 7 on block or on hit.
Not comboing from lights means it's got to be slow.
No, it just means that you change it from 13 frame startup to like 14 or 15 frame startup.
No, it can't possibly be that far off.
It's already right there because already sometimes a very far stand short to EX hand on some characters already doesn't combo.
But are you sure that's
it's
not
just
distance?
No, it's due to the weird hitboxes, but it's right there on the frame.
EX green hand is really fast.
It's 13 frames.
It's really fast. I mean, okay, I gotta look some data up.
All right, man. I know how much it is.
I gotta look up some data.
I know how many it is. So.
I gotta look up some data.
But that's what I want for him is the ability to knock down.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Zangief, the green hand, fierce version is super fast. Long delay. Medium one is how it is. The jab one, super long startup, instant recovery. I still don't know why they don't do that. Because then you mix them all up, and then you have the ability to actually use it to erase fireballs and not die.
Oh yeah, the erase fireball things would be nice. I don't want to so change how the character plays. I want him to have a knockdown like he did before, and I want him to still have combos.
Well, see, that's the thing is that he actually still has the ability. He actually would have everything that he always had because the medium green hand is not changing.
Right.
He just got a new jab and a new fierce one. So.
Oh, but EX hand knocked down?
But EX green hand was still knocked down. Yeah.
As long as EX green hand knocks down. The rest of the things is whatever's.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
I just hate the fact that the green hand doesn't work as a fireball eraser. That just really bothers me because that was the whole point of the game of the move.
That move has always been horrible.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is in alpha it was slow to start but quick to recover.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, in alpha,
and in super turbo it was quick to come out and slow to recover.
And horrible.
But it worked every once in a while. So why don't you give them all three?
You see it every 100
Give them all
matches,
three. Give them all three.
Yeah,
there
that'd be fine.
There you go.
That'd be fine.
Right.
You're looking this up still? It's at the bottom right.
No. I'm looking up something else. I'm
okay.
looking up some other things here because I want to check something really quick.
For Evil Ryu, I really want him to have less recovery on Fireball. I think it's stupid that his whole game is built around crouching medium kick Fireball, but it's -6 on block, the Fireball. So some characters like Vega with crouching strong can punish it on block. That's stupid. If it was like -3, doesn't need to be even. Just -3 on block. I feel like that's number one change for him. and then more life and stun. I feel like that's all you need. Just slight stuff.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Shimpukek. So, light Shimpukek.
Oh, Sakura?
Has 16 frame startup, right?
Okay.
That does not combo after jab.
Right.
But it does combo after strong.
Right.
So, yeah, so 16 frames is exactly right for that then.
Well, so does 15 doesn't combo either.
So 15 doesn't combo?
It's at the jabs, shorts and jabs do 13 frames of hit stun.
I wonder if there's a move. Oh, is that what it is? They
Mm-hmm.
do exactly. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I felt like that wasn't. I felt like EX Green Hand was still going to be too fast, but okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Cammy, like, how would I fix her? Well, if you get rid of Vortex and you get rid of unblockables, that already hurts her a lot, right?
Yeah.
I don't
think she needs too many nerfs, honestly.
Yeah, I was actually talking about a really weird change because one thing that everybody hates is the EX dive kick. EX dive kick is a really good move, especially Tiger Knee EX dive kick. And I will agree that EX dive kick is probably the best special move in the game, best EX move in the game, right? And the fact that she has so much frame advantage after a Tiger Knee EX dive kick is kind of ridiculous, right? That she can combo into Ultra. So I actually thought of one of the weird trade-off buff, nerf buff trade-offs, right? I would make it so that her EX dive kick hits twice. So that it goes bop, bop, like this, right? Now here's the thing. If you do it too low to the ground, she's only going to hit once. So it's only going to hit twice if you do it high up. So if you do it high up and it hits twice, it gets in, right? Now you can't focus it, so it's a good way for her to get in. But the first hit on the EX dive kick, very little block stun. Very little hit stun. So if I do it at a medium height and it hits and the second hit doesn't connect, I am punishable for free.
Yeah.
If I do Tiger Knee dive kick, I cannot combo into Ultra. I can't do crazy stuff off of it. But now it's a real tool to help get in from max jump height and stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she needs that. I don't know why she needs an easier time to get in. I don't feel like that's the issue.
It is the issue because the reason why it wasn't an issue before is because when she got in, she killed you because of unblockables.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it's not just unblockables. It's the fact that she still has really good side-to-side mix-ups and really good frame traps.
Yeah, but
that's not going away.
The frame traps frame traps for Cammy is totally overrated. I still think everyone who says
everybody gets hit by it. Like,
yeah,
the good players get hit by it.
I don't understand why. I honestly don't understand why.
I mean, if at this point the good players have been getting hit by it for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
it's not because they're dumb. It's good,
dude. Trust me, like
it's good. Yeah, this is
not the only reason why it's good is because a back throw can kill you. That's why it's good.
Well,
if the back throw couldn't kill
you,
then you wouldn't worry about it. You would take the throw all day. You would take the throw all day instead of eating a 400 damage combo, right? Because if you take the throw and she doesn't have an unblockable, what's the problem now?
I just lost 150 life and now I have to do a 50-50.
It's better than losing 400 life and getting halfway stunned.
It is, but that only goes so many times. So at 2.5 times, I gotta rethink my strategy.
Yeah, but now she's trying to sit there and walk up and throw you, and then she will die. She will die badly because you hit her with a low jab into uppercut FADC Ultra. She's dead, right? So,
you minimize her, man. She is too. Her frame traps are so good.
No, her frame traps are not that good.
Her frame traps are so good.
Her frame traps are not that good.
Yeah, they are.
Trust me, they're not that good.
Oh, they are.
But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, she will have trouble getting in, and she's always had trouble getting in, right? Her jump roundhouse is her best tool for getting in right now. And if you take away her vortex, if you take away her unblockables, then she's going to have a lot harder time.
Well, you're not taking away the vortex, right? You're just taking away the unblockables.
I still want to find a way to get rid of vortex and ambiguous cross-ups.
That's the game. I mean, I don't want the game to be changed so much. I feel like if you don't want vortexes, there's already that game.
Dude,
there's already cross Tekken. If you want to keep playing Street Fighter 4, I think the meaty situation has to still be good.
Yeah, I mean, I want the meaty situation to be good, but the problem with ambiguous cross-ups is the game becomes less about strategy, and it becomes, I have to memorize every setup. I have to go to every forum, read every ambiguous cross-up setup on my character to memorize how to fight. if I don't memorize that, then I get destroyed like I did at Wednesday Night Fights this last week. I didn't feel like I was playing Street Fighter anymore. I just got hit by ambiguous cross-ups, and I'm like, I'm not playing any fighting games anymore.
Yeah, you have to play Cross Tekken. You really do. It's your game, and you just don't know it.
But,
it really
I mean,
is.
honestly, it's just like, it's not a game anymore that way. You know what I mean? Like, in Marvel, okay, Marvel is just that way. That's the way the game is designed. But Street Fighter, it's not the way Street Fighter designed. You're not supposed to get hit by this garbage all day.
Well, I mean, it's how Street Fighter 4 is made, or at least has been played.
Yeah.
And I don't want to change that, because I know there are people who like it.
Yeah, but...
It's the same way with how I didn't want to nerf Cross Tekken roll that badly.
Right.
I know there are people who really like the previous unpunishable roll, and I didn't want them to change it that much.
Right.
They found a good balance with it, right? But I didn't, even though I didn't like the roll as much, I didn't want them to change the roll that much, because I know that's a significant reason why people play it. Same way with Street Fighter 4 in the Wake Up game.
I don't know. The ambiguous cross-up thing is just really silly to me, because the game becomes more about rote memorization than it becomes about strategy.
Well, I mean, don't maximize it too much. It's an important part, but it's not like...
I lost because of that. That was the only reason why I lost.
Well, you must have also lost because you let him in, or because you weren't on offense, right?
But that's right. But the thing about it is, like, if I play a game like Hyper Fighting, and this is also obviously because I'm playing the game way too much now, right? It's like when I get knocked down, I don't have to worry about this crap. You know what I mean? Don't
you play Zangief in that game?
Yeah, I do play Zangief. But you don't have to worry about ambiguous cross-ups.
Oh, no, you just die if you can't do a reversal.
With Zangief, you mean?
No, if people are playing against you.
Dude, it's not hard to do a reversal in that game.
It's a 1 to 3 frame window.
Dude, pianoing takes care of that problem. Dude.
Look, seriously. the point is that I think you make too much out of how Street Fighter 4 Wake Up game is. And even that aside, I still think that it shouldn't be nerfed that much.
I guess. I don't know. I just feel like the game is not fun to watch anymore. The game is not fun to play anymore, and it's largely because of Vortex and ambiguous cross-ups. So, I mean, I don't like the fact that Gen is a good character because he has ambiguous cross-ups and unblockables. Like, to me, that means the game as a whole is poorly designed, and these characters are not actually interesting characters. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, if you
what is it about Gen that makes him so that he has ambiguous cross-ups and unblockables? Nothing. Everybody can do them, and so it's dumb. Like, there's nothing character-specific about it, so the character uniqueness is gone. Like, who cares if I'm getting ambiguous cross-up by Sakura or Gen or Vega or Bison or whomever? If they know their magic setup, that's what they're going to land on me. Who cares who I'm fighting? The character matchup goes away. The knowledge of the strategy in the game goes away. It's just like it's a pointless part of the game.
Well, everybody wants unblockables gone.
Yeah.
And with unblockables gone, you are going to have to buff some characters who really depend on that right now to be a little bit different. But I mean, when I'm playing the game, I get hit by that stuff. But I've learned a lot of the setups just in playing against them, and I feel like if I have let Cammy in, or whatever the character is that has all these setups, Sakura, right? I already screwed up. Like, I already feel like having played Dictator in Super Turbo, if I let you in, my fault, man. I'm probably done.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's how this game is, and for some of the cast. It's not that many. This is like 8 characters, right? It's really not that many. It's like less than 10 that are like really like the ambiguous cross-up unblockable team. It is. It really is. Right? I mean, it really is. Like, there are some things apart from that, but most characters don't really depend on that stuff. So
I don't know. The characters that are good at it are the best characters in the game. Right? I mean, they are. There's a reason why Sakura is considered so high tier. Is because she has this kind of stuff. Oh, yeah,
that's a big part of it. I mean, it's also the fact she has really good entry tools.
Right. There's a reason why Cammy is considered top tier. Because she has this stuff in it. There's a reason why Akuma is so good is she has all the Vortex and the unblockables.
Right, in addition to other stuff.
Dude.
I mean, Faye is up there. Adon is up there.
Faye is the only character that does...
Even Seth doesn't really have that stuff. He's just derpy in other ways.
Well, he's Vortex King, right?
He's not he's not the cross-up king.
And Adon's got... I mean, that's how Adon wins a lot of times with the ambiguous cross-ups. He's got some really...
But that's not his... I mean, yeah, he can do it. That's not his game. His game is press stand roundhouse.
I don't know.
Anyways... So, Street Fighter 4 balance changes. I know I'm really looking forward to seeing how well the community's feedback is actually taken in. Like, I'm really stoked for the possibility that they really are going to care. So, maybe in a vain pursuit, but I'm going to be putting my own stuff up for my characters. I already put up stuff for, like, previous characters. Sagat EX Tiger Knee needs to be -2 so Zangief can punish it with SPD. One block.
What's it now?
-1. So you can get Ultra 1, but it doesn't have that most of the time.
Gotcha.
But anyway, stuff like that. So I'll be putting my stuff up. If you have any ideas, I go to Capcom Unity. Like, put them up. Combo Fiend has said he's going to spend a lot of his time checking them out.
First day he put up that stuff, I went to the forums. The threads are all 10 pages long already.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of work. So if what you say is right and it is actually going to make a difference, then please go post up your ideas over there, and maybe we'll see him in the next version whenever that comes out.
Yep, it's going to be really interesting.
I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
I mean, the other interesting thing too is that Derek Daniels was actually tweeting me, and I was talking about tweaks and balance changes and stuff like that. Try not to change too much of the game, etc., etc. And then he brought up a good point. He's like, "So who is this for? Who is this selling to? Like, if you spend all this monetary value to make all these changes, and it doesn't bring in any new players, what's the point? How are we going to convince them to do it again?"
The point might be brand loyalty, like what we were talking about with NetherRealms. It might be the fact that they know that a better competitive tournament stream makes their game look better. Right? Like, it might be that stuff. But they'll probably add a character or something. Right,
see, that was where I was going with it. Do you think they're going to add a new character?
Yeah, I do.
You think so?
Yeah, I think 38 is 38?
39,
39?
Right? Yeah,
Either one is a weird number.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I figure they'll put something else in there, like...
What was it? The hacking community already put Rolento in there.
That was cool.
So
that was really well done.
Yeah,
I expect that to happen for sure.
Oh man, too many characters.
It is, but it'll happen.
Yeah.
So okay. All right. I guess that's it. It's already 9:30. Wow. All right. I'm sure Cross Counter is still going on, so go check that out if and you please. If not, half an hour later is the show that sucks on twitch.tv/iplaywinner. So go watch that.
All right. Sounds good. Peace out, everybody. Keep talking? Keep talking? Okay, I'll keep talking. No, the reason why I'm back here really quick is because we actually forgot to mention one thing that we really wanted to talk about. Super huge. I mean, someone asked us this question in one of the Ask UltraChen episodes was, do you think Skullgirls could make $600,000? And we were like, there's no way. There's no way. It already had the hype train and all that stuff. Well, guess what? It made $600,000. So not only is Squiggly going to get added, not only is Big Band going to get added, there is going to be a last character that the fans are going to vote on, which is completely pointless because Stanley has to make it. It's all Stanley all the time. But they're going to add a third character, so the people are going to be able to vote for that. That's going to be amazing. I mean, seriously, I think someone released a stat or something like that, and they said that Skullgirls has now accounted for like 25% of Indiegogo's like entire game revenue donation or something like that. So
I heard you say all Stanley all the time. I'm down with Stanley, but Isaac needs to get in there.
Isaac,
the time travel character.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, look, the game does not need Isaac, okay? What it really needs is Stanley, because Stanley brings more No, I'm just kidding.
It's got to be in my opinion, the Science Shark, Isaac, and then either Hubrecht or Panzerfaust. I don't even know which one
Isaac was. Let me look him up.
I mean, he's kind of whatever as far as his looks. It's just that he's the time travel guy. That mechanic.
Gotcha,
there's a demonstration on here now that they put up where it's just Sarabella. She's doing the time travel mechanic, but it's just got to imagine it's Isaac.
Okay.
That looks really interesting.
Like, what is it? What's the gist of it?
So you do a special move, and immediately it comes out. Like the character, a double of the character appears and does whatever the special move is. Then there's a little timer above your head. It counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And At 0, your character disappears for just a little bit and goes back in time and does the previous special move. So you disappear and then you reappear all of a sudden. If you get hit during that time and you had previously hit the opponent with your special move, their life bar goes back up. Because it didn't happen in the past. Isn't that sick? You don't like it? Are you serious?
The only reason why I'm a little suspect on this is because Serlin came up with something very similar to this a long time ago.
I'm aware of that.
And because me and NKI put together the entire demonstration video of that whole thing. Yeah. It's a really amazingly edited video, if I must say so myself. I hacked a time travel thing into hyperfighting. It was pretty sick. It was pretty sick. So, only reason why I would have concern is because I feel like it's not necessarily an original idea.
Well, whatever. I mean, I don't care about that. I just really, really want to see a time travel character actually done.
Right.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the Science Shark, Stanley, awesome. Huberek looks like he's a grappler. Panzerfaust looks like he's a big old dude with a tank for an arm. Those things get me. They look good to me. So that's what I want. But the time is almost over. Did you get to that part? To donate. It's almost done.
I thought it was done already.
Is it done now? I knew it was just like
26 hours
26
left.
hours.
And they're up to 670 now.
Right.
Dude.
They're trying to get to 750.
It's crazy, dude.
But
crazy.
Yeah, 670 is
crazy.
Amazing.
And you know what the cool thing about it is? I want to also add
at least 725. That's
I want to add this too, is that what Skullgirls has accomplished here is not even just for fighting games or whatever like that. I am seeing so many games being funded by Kickstarters now, and a lot of them are being successful. Like someone linked me a game called Shovel Knight. And, dude, like, I'm going to donate to that because that game looks sick. Like, it's like 8-bit graphics. It's like Mega Man style and stuff like that. So I'm totally down for that. So, I mean, I just hope that this is a new means by which people can... For sure. Because, I mean, the thing about it is, technically, when you actually when you donate to these games, you're buying the games ahead of time. You're just pre-ordering them because the prize is always you get a free copy of it. Right? So you donate $15. You're just basically saying, I'm pre-ordering it so that you guys can make it. So you're not even losing any money. Because if it was a game that you were interested in, you're going to buy it anyway. So, you know, I don't know. I think it's
I totally agree.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. So. I definitely donated. So.
Yeah.
All right, go check that out at Indiegogo. The Skullgirls page is up there. Time is running out. Only 26 hours left for you to donate. So if you want to, they're trying to get, 75 extra? What are they at, 670 you said? They're trying to get 55. They're trying to get 55 extra thousand. To get the last character, but they've already guaranteed themselves 3 characters, which is definitely more than I think anybody expected.
Right, definitely. Okay, now we're officially done.
Gotta get going.
Now we're officially done. Peace out, people.